and then we're going to go to Council President Stewart, and then County Executive Eldridge. Then we were going to go to you. Is that okay?
Can we possibly have a Latino start it off, since it's a Latino event? I'm not trying to overstep it.
Let me start.
I feel like, I think Anna should start it.
Because
and I'm going to the back.
it's a Latino.
Do you feel like, are you okay to go to Delegate Charcutia after? Or,
Yes.
Because mainly, I just want to make sure that the folks in
It's in this district, but Anna, we were up till 3 a.m. putting
No,
this.
absolutely.
That's Delegate Charcutia.
Yeah, I know it's your district, but I don't need to go anywhere near the top.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anna and then Charcutian, right?
Yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You don't want to be second.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's all right.
Oh,
You go first. Let her go second. It's her district. Okay.
it's Raskin's district too. And I wish he were
Well,
here.
Raskin, is he here?
No,
Okay.
I wish he
Yeah,
were.
he's not here.
Charcuterian. Kate Stewart.
Tiene que ser más latinos que güeros.
Elric. Then Peña Melnick. Then Shanti.
Then Ashanti, and then you're gonna close it with Aisha, right?
Yeah, I was thinking because...
No, it makes sense.
Should I include Delegate Wilkins?
No.
Then it should be me and then the state's attorney.
After Shanti.
Any kind of rest?
Not yet, but it's coming.
Ashanti
How about
and
you?
then me.
You know, spend time with the kids, that's all that matters. Yeah.
I love your family. Love the picture.
Same. You're a long time no see,
Grace
Chris.
Rivera. Education board member, Grace Rivera.
No.
Montgomery County. And then the closing. I don't know who the closing is.
Yeah, you don't want Aisha Brayboy.
Rivera.
Rivera Oven.
Oven como donde cocinas. O-V-E-N.
OVN?
O-V-E-N. That's in Victor. Yeah, like an oven.
Rivera Oving?
Rivera Oven.
And then State's Attorney Brayboy.
Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell the choir to stop. I'm right behind you, so you tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm going to bring all the speakers to the front. I'm going to give you guys a quick briefing. Oh, actually,
Should probably
Delegate
let-
Gutierrez, would you be able to just mention that Ben Hollen, his state director is here with us? Yes,
I was thinking Machado.
Good.
I was thinking maybe she should speak because she's from the Black Caucus.
that's what I thought. So you think right before Aisha is really?
Yes.
Yeah, we got it through. Eden got it through one of the neighborhood listeners. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, always text me. I mean, if I'm here, I'm always gonna show up.
I'm just going to bring all the speakers up close so let's make it easy.
We've never had a choir.
I know. You tell me when you want.
We've never had a choir. No, I did do it. I had not. I called my friends.
Aisha's here. I talked to her. She's in the car finishing a meeting. She's in the car finishing a meeting. So she's coming. Right?
But since she's last, she doesn't need.
She doesn't have to rush because she has to finish a meeting. How are you? Nice to see you. So small.
Have a good
say hi to Anna. So
I invited them.
Grace, let me give my friend a hug.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Grace would talk to you all night.
Yeah.
I invited my Jewish for Justice. I invited everybody.
Are they coming here? Are they here?
Yeah, they're here. They're over there. And then I have my other people, my immigration lawyers from Montgomery County, hands of immigrants. Oh, yeah.
We should get going.
Okay, we want to
Nick,
start.
you want to put it right there?
Yes, I will.
Go ahead. I think it's okay. People will know she's coming. The SOA Bravo is coming. Yeah. I have her. Don't worry. And thank you for all your help and everything you did. You are amazing.
When we finish the press conference, I'm going to tell Attorney Brave Boy, we're going to open it up to questions. Okay? So just in case.
We come back up.
Exactly,
Okay.
right? And
Let
I'm
the
gonna-
Montgomery County.
I will. The press will
count.
dictate who they do, but I will step in if I think things
Sounds
go wrong.
wonderful.
Okay. So do you believe that the state's attorney will join in?
Oh,
as the time to get
absolutely.
started?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure our electeds know we're about to get started. Just want to make sure everyone knows we are about to get started. We are going to get started.
I know.
1 minute.
I'm going to take the power of the pen. Okay. You're it.
I just sent her. I just sent her.
Jamás será vencido el pueblo unido.
Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido 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 jamás será vencido.
Ya está.
Good afternoon. What a wonderful day. This is a wonderful day. My name is Ana Sol Gutierrez, and as a former Maryland state delegate, I'm here today together with my colleagues from the Maryland Latino Caucus and several Maryland and county.
That one's better.
Okay.
1 second.
All right. Can you hear me now? Yes. Can I repeat? Yes. Okay. My name is Ana Sol Gutierrez, and as a former Maryland state delegate, I am here today with my colleagues of the Maryland Latino Caucus and several Maryland and county officials and many friends and many groups that want to stand up for justice in Montgomery County and Maryland. Thank you all for coming. I am here very happy to be today and to welcome all of you to express our enthusiastic support for our Senator, Chris Van Hollen. He traveled today to El Salvador to advocate for the well-being and the prompt return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the U.S. This decision was made unanimously by the Supreme Court of the United States. As a Salvadoran American myself, I really applaud and want to highlight the strong leadership exemplified by our Senator Van Hollen. His courageous actions demonstrate for all of us to see the deep respect he has for all human beings, no matter who they are or where they're born, and his deep empathy for individuals and families who are suffering, who are living in fear, and who now more than ever need someone to stand up for them. Thank you, Chris. This week, this day, is the right time for all of us to reflect and examine our own lives on how we can truly be our brother's keeper. And we must stand up for all humanity and goodness, in opposition to the sharp contrast to what we see being promulgated by some in the United States and around the globe. I thank you for being here and for caring to be here and for caring for justice. Thank you. I am pleased to introduce my fellow Marylanders who want to share a few words briefly with you. Delegate Charkurian, who represents the district that we're in.
Okay. Good afternoon, Silver Spring. Good afternoon, Maryland, where we stand by and we protect our own, and we are going to stand with and in support of Senator Van Hollen as he travels to El Salvador to bring home Kilmar. I stand here as the granddaughter of refugees. Like so many here and so many across our country, we ourselves, our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents are here. This country is great because we welcome refugees, because we stand up for human rights. This country is great because of immigrants. And people who are fleeing countries where people disappear. People who are fleeing countries where people are kidnapped by their government and sent to prisons never to be seen again. And we will not stand by as this government does that to our own. And so we are here today to say, bring Kilmar home. And we are here today to stand up to what we know is the fascist pattern of starting with folks they think they can kidnap until eventually no one has any rights anymore. Thank you to all of my colleagues here standing with us, fighting for the rights of all Marylanders. Thank you again to Senator Van Hollen for your courage. We're with you in spirit. And we look forward to when we will celebrate Kilmar's return to his rightful place here in Maryland. I'm happy to introduce the president of the Montgomery County Council, Kate Stewart.
Thank you so much, Delegate Charkurian. Thank you to the Honorable Ana Sol Gutierrez. Thank you so much, and to the Latino Caucus and all of our leaders who are with us today. Today we are taking a stand. We are thanking our Senator Chris Van Hollen for doing the courageous act he is doing today. Thank you to Chris Van Hollen. And we are here to say loud and clear here in our community, bring Kilmar home. What do we say? Bring him home! 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 Because here in Montgomery County and in the state of Maryland, what we do when we are faced with adversity, when one of us is taken or under attack, we come together. We unite. We do not divide. We come together. And that is why Chris Van Hollen is showing us right now with his leadership how we can come together and stand courageous. Because we will get through these times being united. And when we look back on these times, and our children and our grandchildren ask us, where were you? What will you be able to say? Who were you standing with? We were here. 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 So on behalf of the Montgomery County Council, my colleagues who are here, Councilmember Dave Awanaz, Councilmember Andrew Friesen, we say thank you to the state of Maryland, thank you to all of our residents for showing what we do best, coming together. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce our county executive, Mark Elridge.
It is amazing that we have to come out here today and protest bringing back an innocent man who was sent away illegally. It is amazing you got a president who will trade spies with Russia and will not retrieve an American who was unjustly sent to El Salvador, and that he has no ability to do that, but he can deal with Putin. It is disgusting that we're stuck in this situation. This is still Montgomery County. We want to remind people, Montgomery County is not changing. We're going to defend the people who live here. We're going to make sure people are safe. We have no power over federal dollars. We got power over our dollars, our policy, and what we do with our police and what we do with all the resources we have in this county. We're going to stand with the immigrant community. We're going to make sure we do everything we possibly can. We're going to work to get Kilmar back here, and I dearly hope that Van Hollen is successful in doing this. His courage in going to El Salvador when there was absolutely zero guarantee of his safety is truly an act of courage. It takes a lot to do that. But we want to send a signal that we are all together. No one's debating over here who you supported in what election. This is about what freedom looks like, what freedom should be, and what America should be like. We are not descending into the rat hole of fascism. That's for others. It is not for us. Thank you all. Thank you all for being out here today. And please keep Chris in our thoughts. And he needs to be victorious. And I hope, if there are any Republicans here, that some of you get the guts to stand up to the Republicans in Congress. This nonsense was never part of your agenda. Why are you rolling over and playing dead now? Wake up. Thank you.
I just have to apologize. I want to recognize Ashima Talwar she is the office director for Chris Van Hollen. Raise your hand, Ashima. Thank you. And thank you for staying with Chris. Ashanti Martinez now will be the next speaker.
So when I say bring home, you say Kilmar. Bring home. Kilmar. Bring home. Kilmar. Bring home. Kilmar. We are in the midst of a constitutional crisis right here in our country because we have an occupant of the White House who refuses to do not just the right thing, the moral thing. We believe in due process in this country. We believe in you are innocent until proven guilty. Kilmar has not gotten his day in court. Kilmar has not had the ability to prove his innocence in court. And what we are doing today is standing with our United States Senator who, instead of capitulating in the face of fascism, has decided to get on a plane and go to El Salvador to speak about American values and to show exactly what we are about, not only here in America, but here in Maryland. It's very simple. You're either with us or against the Constitution. Yes. It is very simple. The writing is in black and white. We need Kilmar back home, because not only is he a Marylander, it's personal for me because he's a Prince Georgian. Yes. And as the chair of the Maryland Legislative Latino Caucus, we are dedicated to making sure that he is home safe with his wife and his children, that he's back working with his union brothers and sisters. Yes. Because when you pick on one of us, you pick on all of us here in Maryland. Thank you so very much. Next, we're going to have board member Grace Rivera-Oven.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. I am incredibly moved by each and every one of you, and some of you have been protesting for decades. I want to say thank you to my familia of Montgomery County, to my Tacoma Park folks, my Silver Spring folks, for being here, for somebody that you don't know personally, but today we all could be Kilmar. Yeah. My family fled a regime where there was no freedom, where people could not speak, could not worship their God, where there was oppression. I will not stand by as my country today does that to other human beings. So here is my message to Kilmar. I'm going to do this in Espanol and English, because I think Kilmar needs to hear from his community. Querido Kilmar, dear Kilmar, te llevaron contra tu voluntad. You were taken against your will. Te dijeron que eras terrorista. They're calling you a terrorist. Sin justicia, without justice. Sin proceso, without due process. Tu familia aquí en Maryland, your family here in Maryland, esta familia, tu comunidad, this family, your community, demands que un padre, that a father, que trabaja fuerte, that works hard, like so many other padres, so many other fathers in our community, para poner el pan de cada día con sus familias, to provide for their families, is to be brought back home where he belongs with his family. So when those children grow up one day and they ask us directly, where were you when my father was taken away from me? We can say, I was here. Estábamos aquí. Yep. Because if they can come for Kilmar, they can come for each and every one of you and me. So, tyranny has no place in our country. And if the highest law in the land spoke and said, bring Kilmar home. Bring Kilmar home! 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 I say to you, it is the right thing to do, Presidente del Salvador. Let Kilmar go and come to his familia. We are in Holy Week, a week for millions of us, where it's a time of reflection to what we did do to others. And he calls himself a person of God. Well, I say divine intervention says, bring him home to his family. Bring Kilmar home. Thank you. Bring Kilmar home. 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 It is my pleasure now to introduce to you a young man that I call my delegate with much pride for many years, Delegate Gabe Acevedo.
When I say bring home, you say Kilmar. Bring home.
Kilmar.
Bring home.
Kilmar.
Bring home.
Kilmar.
Bring home.
Kilmar.
Bring home.
Kilmar.
Good afternoon, sisters and brothers, family, community. I want to say thank you to everyone who is not just concerned about Kilmar and his family, but who are concerned about democracy and the rule of law. What we are seeing today in what's supposed to be the greatest democratic project is evidence of fascism. What we're seeing is ICE agents and this administration intentionally targeting not just immigrants, but those who exercise free speech in criticizing this government and the actions of foreign governments. And so each and every one of us are here today because we understand that if they come for Kilmar in the morning, they will come for us at night. Because liberation requires community. As Audre Lorde so rightly put it, without community, there is no liberation. And today we are here to say, free Kilmar and all political prisoners. The same system that is kidnapping, detaining, and deporting individuals like Kilmar to mega prisons in countries that are being ruled by dictators who for some reason now cannot understand that the rule of law applies. We the people understand that if we can put a man on the moon, we can bring Kilmar home, am I right? And we refuse to accept in the most powerful country in the world that we cannot do what is right, what is moral, what is just, and bring Kilmar and all political prisoners, because make no mistake, if this administration can snatch folks like Kilmar off the street, they can do it to other folks and have done so. And we may not necessarily know their names or their cases, but we are here today because we understand that as long as we become silent, we are complicit in their abduction. Am I right? And so we're here today to stand by our U.S. Senator, Chris Van Hollen. And all elected representatives at the state and local level who you see here today, those in the Montgomery County delegation, in the Maryland State Legislature. But more importantly, I want to thank the work of the Maryland Legislative Latino Caucus for organizing and refusing to be silent on an important issue like this. Make no mistake, this is a test of our democracy, this is a test of our will, and this is a test for our community. And what we are doing today is rising to the moment, to the occasion, and against dictatorship and fascism by calling out this administration, standing by brave legislators like U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen, and calling on the dictator in El Salvador to bring Kilmar home back to his family. Am I right? Yeah. Am I right? Yeah. So freedom today, freedom tomorrow, and let's continue to raise our voices. Let's continue to join in collective will to bring Kilmar and all political prisoners home. Solidarity, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am Delegate Janelle Wilkins. I am proud to represent this district, District 20, a home and a community filled with immigrants. We're in the heart of an area where the fabric is our immigrant community, from Ethiopia all the way to El Salvador, and we are proud and we welcome immigrants here in District 20 in Silver Spring. I'm also proud to be an immigrant from Jamaica who migrated to this country at a young age, and to chair the Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland, the largest black caucus in the country. We stand alongside our allies in the Maryland Legislative Latino Caucus time and time again to ensure that in this state, we are a community that has policies and laws and due process, and that we uphold democracy despite what the federal government may do. We are here for justice. We are here for due process. We are here to say, bring Mr. Garcia home. The definition of authoritarianism is to rule by fear. Fear that we will be next. Fear of speaking out. Fear of standing up. But what I know is that the answer to that is unity. It's our presence here. It's coming together. It's standing up. Because a people united will never be divided. 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 And so we thank you, Senator Van Hollen. We hope you hear our support in El Salvador. You are the definition of leadership. We stand with you. We stand with Mr. Garcia and his family. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's stand up and speak up every single time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you to my colleagues. Gracias por tenerme aquí. Yo soy Benny Taveras, delegada estatal por 47B. I'm the state delegate for District 47B, representing the largest immigrant voting district in the state of Maryland. It's no coincidence about what's happening. They're trying to erase who we are. But let me tell you a little bit that we've been here since the very grounding and the very beginning of this country. We founded and funded the American Revolution. Don't be mistaken. We bring, as of last year, $3 trillion as immigrants to this country. Don't get it twisted. We know our value. We are the backbone of this country. So, to individuals who are politicizing our existence so that they can create a dictatorship, be on the right side of history, because we will resist and we will fight to defend the democracy of our country. We know what a dictatorship looked like. We escaped dictatorships and authoritarian regimes. That's why we're here. That's why we as immigrants exist. So I tell you, stand with us, fight with us, and ensure that Kilmar, that was walking while Hispanic, comes back home to his family here. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Thank y'all.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm your last speaker. So I want to say the following. Can you hear me?
Yes.
First, I want to thank all of you for coming. Please. Because you had a choice to stay home or come here. And you came here because you want to make a difference. When we get up in the morning, we have a choice to be intentional about what we're going to do during our day, a choice to make a difference. This is about making a choice to make a difference and to make sure that we do what's right. I also want to thank some people that are here as well that are not going to speak but deserve to be recognized. And that is Councilwoman Odette Ramos, Major Selena Benitez, Councilmember Connie Serrano, Prince George's Central Committee Member Michelle Garcia, Prince George's Central Committee Member Gabe Moreno, Latinx Diversity Council Chair Jason Nunez. We have here Montgomery Vice Chair, Central Committee, Marco Rivera Oben. Central Committee Member, Joby Lopez. Barbara Ebel. Mark Robles. We have Delegate Greg Wims. We have Delegate Jared Salomon. Delegate Teresa Warman. We have County Council Gabe Albornoz. County Council Andrew Friesen. Delegate Joe Bogo. Special Secretary Maria Martinez. We also have Alicia Tamarino. I want to say thank you because it takes a lot to get here, right? But we're here why? We're here for the following, and I want you all to think about what is the meaning of due process. Due process is a fundamental principle of fairness in legal matters. It ensures that legal procedures are followed correctly and fairly, equally under the law, and that it has a fair opportunity, everyone, to be heard. Why is that important? Because it shouldn't matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from. The rules, the law should apply to everyone equally and with fairness. And if we don't do that, then guess what? We're in trouble. We are in trouble if we don't do that. This is about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Yes, we want him home, but we want to make sure that we respect our Constitution. We are in a constitutional crisis, people. We really are. There's no separation between the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. And we need to stand for something because, as they say, if you don't stand for something, you fall for what? Anything. Again, what do you fall for? Anything. So it is very simple. Regardless of what anyone wants to say, everyone deserves due process. In this country, you are innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Again, you're innocent until proven guilty. In this country, we have a right to go to court, to have an attorney. If you cannot pay for one, one will be provided to you. And you get to have your day in court. This gentleman, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, does not have that in El Salvador. It is a very different system. And trust me, if it can happen to him, it can happen to each and every one of you. We must fight for this. We must fight for the next generation, for those yet to be born, all right? For our families, for all of us. It is simply the right thing to do. I also want to take a minute because we're here for one gentleman, one man that we want to honor today, and we want to thank him, and that is Senator who?
Chris Van Hollen.
Again, who?
Chris Van Hollen.
Who is the leader for this time? All right, think about that.
I love that man.
You have to stand up for what you believe, and that is what he's doing. It takes a lot to get on a plane and go to a different country not knowing what the outcome will be, all right? Because it's simply the right thing to do. And today we're lacking what? Humanity. We're lacking empathy. Those are the core values that we should have instilled in us, and we don't have it. And that is a sad day in America, a very sad day. But we're not going to despair. We're not going to give up, right? No. We're going to do what? Resist, right? We're going to do what?
Resist.
Again, do what?
Resist.
Se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede.
Sí se puede.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
So for our press that's here, we're going to take just a few questions. You can gaggle afterwards, but I'll start from left to right. If you have a question.
She's very good.
Sure. Max Marcella from DC News Now. For whoever wants to answer this, I know when Senator Van Hollen went there, he asked to meet with Mr. Abrego Garcia. He asked to speak with him on the phone. What's your reaction to the Vice President saying no to those requests?
I think that it is really very sad that again, we don't have empathy and humanity. It is important for the senator to have access to Mr. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, to put his eyes on him, to make sure that he's okay. It's not okay to just say he's all right. Even the courts are having a hard time, right? Yes. A difficult time. So the fact that the senator had it in him, right, that he's a good soul to go and try to put his eyes on him is the right thing to do, because we want to make sure he's alive and that he's well. And for the vice president to say that, well, you know what? That says a lot about his values, and they're definitely not ours.
And just to add briefly, this shows what El Salvador is living through. Right now, we are under the rule of a dictatorship, and there are no human rights. There are no respect for humanity and no respect for human life. And that demonstrates that even a message can't be brought back to Kilmar's family, who is here waiting for his return. So thank you for the question.
Can I just say something? I just came from El Salvador in December. I'm more politically neutral than most, I would say, as somebody who was just there. My concern is that we bring a significant amount of remittances to this country, sustaining El Salvador. We've been doing that for decades. That's the first thing. So the fact is that a lot of how they've been able to grow has been dependent on us. Second, my concern is that there is no rule of law right now there in how they've been capturing people. And I believe Congressman Ivey visited and saw that for himself. And we were trying to figure out how to make that better, right, over there. But I do believe that we need to support Senator Van Hollen, and we need to be able to find a way to bring this man back, because it's not right what they're doing, because they're receiving money for keeping him there.
Here we go.
Thank you. Next press question. Yes, ma'am.
What is the next step to getting Kilmar back now that this Van Hollen's trip didn't seem to work out?
Suing for contempt.
What is the next step to getting
the governor's
Kilmar back?
Well, we are here today, united with our voices and our support. We believe in the courts. We believe in the rule of law, and let the rule of law take the next steps. We are assured by the judge that if the yesterday's rules are not complied with, that there is evidence that this government is bringing him back, that they will issue a contempt of court. That is very serious. I don't think another president in our history has been under a contempt of court order. Yes.
You also heard from Senator Van Hollen that he said this is just the beginning. He's not going to give up. So this is just the beginning, and we know that what they're doing is against the violation of human rights. And they also know that. So sooner or later, they're gonna have to do the right thing. But neither Congressman Van Hollen or the community are going to give up on Kilmar or his family.
Thank you.
1 second. And I just want to clarify something. I wouldn't say that his trip is not successful. He just arrived today. And guess what? We are here. And he got us out. That is a success. It is where we inspired. And all over the U.S., people are seeing that we Democrats are doing something. And that we're getting out. Getting on a plane is not an easy thing. I know I don't like to do it. Okay, so it is inspiring. So he's doing a lot.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
everybody,
very
for coming
much.
out today.
Thank you for coming.
Let's get everybody in for one big group picture. Let's all come back in together.